What did you think the class was going to be like before actually going into the class?
Before going into this class, I thought the class was going to be hard and like a lot of work, but once I actually was in the class, it wasn't that much. Of course, we had essays monthly and sometimes weekly, but I mean, we got through it and it wasn't as hard as I would have thought.
My expectation of this class before I went in was it to be a little bit easy, but once I got in the class, it was a bit challenging. A lot of work was given to me in the beginning of the semester, but I was able to handle it towards the second semester.
I thought Mr. Bridges' class was going to be really hard because a lot of the students from last year said that he gave out a lot of work and it was just really hard. But in the beginning of the class, it wasn't that hard, I would say. It was a lot of work, but towards the middle is when he started giving out more essays and more reading, and that was when it started to become a little bit challenging. And but I was really scared at first.
My expectations of going to Mr. Bridges' class, I thought it was going to be stressful and hard and not very easy to do the work, and I thought he was going to be like strict and stuff like that. But later on in the year, like his work became more easy and doable and stuff like that. So it helped us like as writers become more like what's the word?
More fluent in our writing.
Yeah, and more easier and more productive in our writing and be able to create more detailed writing.
How was the workload in comparison to your last year's English class?
Well, last year I had Miss Presnell for English 2 honors, and that class was more like she would guide us in our writing and tell us what she's looking for. And this year I felt like it was more independent. We were encouraged to ask questions so that we could understand the topic more. And the class was more of like he would give us a topic and we would have to interpret and analyze the question so that our essay could be more of what we thought the question was asking rather than what he was expecting us to write.
Well, I also had Miss Presnell for English 2 honors, and in her class she really held our hand and helped us throughout the whole year. But when we transitioned to Bridges' class, the work was more easier because Miss Presnell helped us throughout the whole year.
I had Miss Presnell last year for English 2 honors, and transitioning from her class to Mr. Bridges' class wasn't any different because we still had a lot of workload. Like last year with Miss Presnell, we wrote a lot of essays too, but her class was more that she taught us how to write the actual essay. She taught us like step by step, like how to do a topic sentence and stuff like that. But when I got into Mr. Bridges' class, it was more like independent. We were like expected to know that, and I think Miss Presnell's class really prepared me for Mr. Bridges' class because Mr. Bridges' class was more independent and it was more like on your own analyzing stuff. And in Miss Presnell's class, we did a lot of analytical essays, analytical paragraphs, and analytical essays. And in Mr. Bridges' class, it really focused on analyzing the little stuff, and it really taught me how to analyze everything in further detail.
I had Miss Espinoza for English 2 honors last year, and she basically did what Miss Presnell did and helped us like go step by step through the process of writing an essay, like doing the thesis statement, topic, sentences, body paragraphs, and conclusion. But I feel like when Mr. Bridges, like he kind of stepped out that boundary of like giving us like that guide and like expect us to know it, which is good because we should know how to write an essay. And he pushed us to like make a better essay and be more detailed about it and more analytical about it, and like basically like
How have you become a better writer?
I think I've become a better writer because I think this year I actually like learned how to like completely understand what an essay is telling you to write about. Instead of like actually looking for what the teacher was looking for, I wrote based off of what I understood, and I think that really helps me because I'm trying to meet my own standards rather than someone else's standards. And this year I took the SAT, and I think that really helped me like discover that I'm not that bad at writing as I thought I was.
And for me, I learned how to create better thesis statements, and when I'm writing my essay, I'm able to stay on topic without going to a different topic and making the essay sound like a complete mess. So my strength is now writing a better essay and making it more detailed and understandable and analytical, and yeah.
My writing has improved because I feel like my essays have become more comprehensible, and the way I structure my essays has become more clear to the reader, and yeah.
My essay, I think I became a better literate person because my essays seem to be more easy to write, and it looks like I have no trouble writing essays now in this class.
The end.